Hey, welcome to the second episode of my mini-series Budget Gaming Peripherals. Today we're looking at the Zelotes wireless gaming mouse, and we're going to find out if a $20 gaming mouse is any good. So here we go. All right, now before I even talk about the mouse, I wanted to talk about the box it came in. This thing is completely hard plastic. It's really solid. You can put the mouse in here and throw it in a bag, throw it in the back of your car, whatever, and not worry about any damage getting done to the mouse. I've never seen packaging quite like this, and especially not on a budget mouse. In the box, you get the mouse, the instruction manual, and USB cable. You also get the wireless adapter, which is stored at the bottom of the mouse. The construction of the mouse is made of a really lightweight plastic that feels a little bit cheap, but it's actually really well constructed. So of the two main mouse gaming grips, the claw and the palm, this is definitely more of a palm style mouse. It's actually a pretty large mouse, so the claw style, you won't be able to really get to the buttons, but with the palm style, for me, I have fairly large hands and my fingers fall right on the buttons. I can easily get to the side buttons, and it's actually a really comfortable feel for me. One of the things that really set this budget gaming mouse apart for me was the fact that it does a 500 Hertz polling. A lot of the budget quote-unquote gaming mice only do 250 Hertz. This one does 250 or 500. That's selectable, and when it's plugged in, it defaults to that 500 Hertz. At the top of the mouse is pretty much what you would expect in a mouse. It has a left and right button and a clickable scroll wheel. Underneath that scroll wheel is the Dpi Selector, so you can switch between 600, 1000, 1600, 2000, 2400, and 3200 Dpi. On the left of the mouse is the front and back button, as well as what they're calling the fire button. Now that fire button is basically the same as if you hit the left mouse button 3 times in quick succession. So on the bottom of the mouse are 2 3-position toggle switches that control how the mouse is used. So the switch on the left in the top position puts the mouse into a media control mode, so you can do things like play and pause, fast forward, rewind, that kind of thing, just using the buttons on the mouse. So the next 2 switches really only take effect when you're using the mouse in wireless mode, and the reason for that is because they let you switch between 250 Hertz and 500 Hertz. Now, the second option down switches to 500 Hertz for gaming mode, so it has that higher polling rate, so it has a little bit better accuracy. The third switch down is just for browsing around your operating system, and it sets that polling rate down to 250 Hertz, so that saves a little bit of battery, and you don't need that higher polling rate when you're just navigating your operating system. So the switch on the right, the top option turns on the lights in kind of that gamer pulsating mode. It lights up the mouse, and it's all for visual. There's not really any performance change at all. The second option down is the on switch, so it just lets you turn on the mouse in wireless mode and use it, you know, like you would a regular mouse. And then the third option down turns the mouse completely off. The only thing around the front of the mouse is a micro USB port, and that's used to charge the mouse and also use it in wired mode. So using that cable that's included in the box, you can plug it in and use the mouse in wired mode, and then it kind of defaults to 500 Hertz like I mentioned before, and you don't have to worry about any of the power saving features. If you want to use it in wireless, you just take out the adapter at the bottom, put it into one of your available USB ports, and your operating system will pick it up. There's no configuration software or anything. It just detects it as a default mouse and you're off and running. So I've used this mouse in various games like Battlefield 1, GTA 5, Overwatch, things like that, and it's worked flawlessly. For me, I like a lower DPI, but for those times when you need higher accuracy, like sniping and stuff like that, you can switch it on the fly up to a higher DPI to get that little precision, and it's worked just flawlessly. I've never had any problems with the palm style grip. I can get right to all the buttons. I've never had a misclick or a phantom click or anything like that. It's worked flawlessly. I've never had an issue with it. So if you're looking for a budget wireless gaming mouse and you use that palm grip, I can definitely recommend this mouse. It's definitely worth taking a look at. If you use that claw grip, this might not be the mouse for you. It's a little bit difficult to get to some of those buttons. It's still workable, but it is a fairly large mouse, and it's a little bit more difficult with that other grip. So thanks so much for coming back. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell. It'll let you know when I put up more videos. Come see me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I love meeting new people and chatting with them, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much.